Hey guys, welcome back. So I got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and I would say I don't even know how to describe my favorites. I mean, it's just stuff I kind of always like. I have a new blush favorite that I have been really impressed with and kind of figured out how I like the application, so I will mention that to you. Kind of like a smudgy liner combo. My lip is a repeat favorite. Yeah, just some good things to chat about. So if you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do favorites videos, new at the drugstore reviews, empties, get ready with me's. Just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we were chatting about Friday favorites, so let's get to it. Okay, so first off for eyes, I've been keeping it pretty simple. Just those kind of like, I would say pinky sort of neutral shades. I love this palette. I'm very impressed with this. These are colors that I love. This is the LA Girl Nudes Natural palette. So I have this one, and then I don't remember the name of it, but the more warm toned one, that one's beautiful too. But I find myself reaching for this one more because I just really like those kind of pinky neutrals, and I love a like sparkly taupey pink kind of lid color, but I've been keeping that kind of lighter for the most part. Some days I would use it with a setting spray, but like for the most part I've been liking it a little bit more subtle. So main things I have on my eyes, a little bit of this and this in my crease, and then quite a bit of this kind of in my outer corner, and then I would kind of smudge it a little bit onto my lid, into my crease, but it's just this really pretty kind of taupey color, which is not something I typically reach for a lot, but it's like, we'll look at a swatch and then I'll be able to explain. And then this one on my lid, I would say is my standout favorite. Such a pretty shade. It's like, I don't even know, just a gorgeous light catching sparkly shade. I applied it with my finger today, just, you know, to get like a good bit of light catching, but not as intense as with a setting spray. Now I'm getting confused of what I have swatched so far. Oh, I love that color. I love that shade. It's so good. That kind of taupey. Yeah, I'm glad I'm swatching it before I started to try to describe the color, because it's got still some warmth to it. Like, it is kind of taupey, but it's still got some warmth to it. At least like once I get it on, like even I feel like in a swatch you can see that warmth come out a little bit more than it looks in the pan, or even when I like just had it, you know, initially swatched. But look how pretty the pinks are, and this shade. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Little bit pinky, little bit peachy, a lot of light catching, just good. Just so pretty. Isn't it fun? I love these kind of colors. I could wear these colors probably every single day and just really like the eye look. I feel like it's just kind of one of my go-tos. And I've been liking kind of like a smudgy liner combo, and liking a little bit on my lower lash line, just one of the liners, and then just kind of smudged a little bit. Not every day, but some days I've been liking this, and a little bit of mascara just right on the outer part of my lower lash line. I don't do that always. I actually a lot of times just have nothing on my under eyes, so I kind of go back and forth on that. I've mentioned that many times before. I just kind of play around with that. Sometimes I do the lower lash line thing, sometimes I don't. I've been liking to do the lower lash line thing. So first, I really like these Revlon liners. I've mentioned them several times on my channel, and the names are already starting to get like filed down, but they're the multiplayer something liquid glide eye pencil, or I don't even know. I'll put them down below for you. But the two shades mainly under the radar, because this is a really pretty, just kind of like taupey bronze. I love it. So that's what I have on my lower lash line. And then I did smudge it with the like kind of not all that great sort of little brush that it comes with, but it actually works pretty well to kind of smudge with. I mean, it, you know, it doesn't seem like much, like it doesn't feel very soft or whatever, but like it seems to kind of get the job done. So I have that on my lower lash line. Then the other shade is High Stakes. This one is a little bit more of a like intense chocolatey brown. So pretty. I'll show you all these swatches in a second. And then also I've been liking kind of sometimes smudging this in the Moira Statement Shimmer Liner in Metallic Brown. I love this. This is more of a kind of like rose gold bronze. It's got like a reddish tone to it. So what I have on today, I have Under the Radar mainly on my upper lash line, kind of winged up a little bit, smudged with this one a little bit. I have this a little bit over top, just the tiniest bit of High Stakes, just right in the outer part, just to kind of lift my eye. I have very little of this though. And then I have Under the Radar on my lower lash line smudged a little bit. So that's kind of what's going on. So there is Under the Radar. There is High Stakes. There is the Moira liner in Metallic Brown, I think I said is the name. Is that the name of the color? Metallic Brown. So pretty. So this one's more on the silvery taupey side, and then this one's more on the bronzy side. And together, they make this, whatever you would call that. But I really like it. It's like a smudgy, taupey, but a little bit more on the warm side. This brings, I would say, a little bit more like warmth to it, a little bit more reddish warmth to it, which I love. So yeah, I've been liking all those liners. And the Moira liner is no joke. Like, it is hard to get off the swatch. So that one is long wearing. So yeah. Okay, blush. The new NYX Buttermelt blushes. So I have been playing around with these. I have 4 shades right now. I've mainly been liking the ones that I got that look like they're the more soft matte finish, because looking at the different like little swatch or list of colors, they have little like sparkly looking things up in the corner. So I'm guessing that means the more like glowy ones. So I have a couple that look like they're the more glowy ones. And then I have 2 that look like they're more like soft matte. These I'm liking more. And I had to figure out application technique on these. So, what do I want to do first? Let me show you some swatches first. So the main colors I've been liking, Butta Together, such a cute name. So I have mainly this, and I think it looks beautiful on the skin. So I mainly have this on Butta. Did I say together? I keep wanting to say that, but I think it's Butta Together. And then the other one, I'll show you swatches in a second, is For the Butta. And I have just a tiny bit of this and then blended out. So mostly the lighter shade, and then I have a little bit of this. So pretty. And then I'll just swatch the other 2. These are like my favorites. These are the ones I've been reaching for. So those are my favorites. These are just an honorary mention. I'll show you the other 2 that I got. You Know Butta. You Know Butta. I think the packaging on these is super cute. I will say it's a little bit hard to get open, and they're kind of slick, so I feel like I kind of have to hang on to it really well when I'm opening it so I don't drop it, because I'm like afraid I'm gonna drop it and then break it and shatter it. So what is this one? I'm gonna have to remember all these names once I get them all swatched. You Know Butta, and then Getting Butta. Getting Butta. This one. Super cute in the container too. I think that the soft matte ones are they still have glow to them, I feel like. Okay, so there is this one, Butta Together. So that's the main one I've been loving. For the Butta, there's that one. So I'd say that's it's more satiny than this one. So that one does, I would say, get closer to a soft matte or satin. This one is You Know Butta, and then this one is Getting Butta. So there are the ones that I have. So at first, I was using, I don't have it in here, but like a smaller brush and sort of just like tapping it on, and I wasn't liking these at first. Like, I felt like it was applying patchy, kind of accentuating texture, and I was just like, what is going on? Why am I not liking this as much? But then I got kind of a fluffier brush, not this one specifically, but something like this, like just a fluffier, not dense sort of brush, but maybe this one's a little bit too dense. Like maybe something like this. And I even have a reel and a TikTok on this where I apply them, and you can see me use this brush. So it's just softer, fluffier, but I have used something more like this and it does still work. So just something that's not gonna stipple it on, that's gonna kind of buff it on, and I sort of do this where I just really lightly touch, where I'm not pressing in or tapping. I feel like this needs more of a swiping or a buffing sort of motion. But then applied like that, it looks beautiful on the skin. And also I would even say, like, for this deeper color that I used today, I didn't remember to tap it off first and started to apply it, and I felt like I had to do a little bit more blending. So I would say if it's a richer color for you, then maybe tap it on the back of your hand and then buff it on. I just feel like it needs less product and to be kind of buffed on and built up slowly, and then it looks beautiful on the skin. So I found that I had a little bit of a learning curve for application with these, but once I figured it out, I love them. I think they're beautiful. And at first, I was not sure that I liked them at all. So yeah, if you've tried these and you're kind of like trying to figure that out and see what you think about them, that's what I have found with them. But I love them on once I figured that out, how I like to apply them. So I have mainly this one and then just a little bit of this, and I think they're beautiful. And then quick mention to my lip favorite, because my battery is about to die, but still loving L'Oreal Saucy Mauve. Mainly, so that's what I've got on my lips. I think this is a beautiful rosy pink, and then a little bit of new in, I don't know what the name of this is, 174, just kind of tapped on top of it, and it adds more of a raspberry sort of color to it, and it ends up being this combo. Love it. Sort of like a warm raspberry rose sort of combo. So pretty. Well, my battery ended up dying, so that's okay. So I think they are really comfortable. I think they look flattering on the lips because they have like a nice creaminess to them, and they're kind of like smooth looking. So I think they're just flattering looking on the lips. And they just make a really pretty combo. They're beautiful individually, but then I love them together. Okay, so those are all my favorites. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you have been loving or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video.